Welcome back to the End of Pyro Part 2, everybody. Now, the first video I'm going to show you guys has to do with the new 360. But the next video has to do with his stupid thoughts on the DS versus the PSP. Now, I'll give my thoughts on what's better in a little bit and why I think it's better in a little bit when I do those videos. But anyway, let's get started, guys.
Okay, guys. Everybody, 360 fan or anything, that told me I was fucking wrong, you guys need to slap the fuck out of yourself.
Why? You are wrong on a lot of things.
You know who the fuck you are. Now, this is a picture of the brand new 360 and the red dot of death. I was about to say red ring of death. Okay, this is the warning you get before it automatically turns your system off. The Xbox 360 is shutting down to protect the console from suffocation.
Dude, I'm in the 11th grade and you graduated from high school already, and I even know that word says insufficient. Insuffocation is not a fucking word, you dumbass. If any of you guys take this guy as an intelligent human being, there's something mentally wrong with you. Insuffocation? English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Of ventilation. You can turn the console back on after the power light stopped flashing. This is the picture of the power light that is flashing red. On the old models of the 360 was a ring around that circle, and it was flashing red. Also known as what? The red ring of death.
Really? Because my brother has the new 360. He had that problem a couple of days ago, in fact, and he got his 360 off for 2 or 3 hours, and guess what? His 360 is now working properly, and it's still able to play all his games.
I told you guys, man. I told you guys. Microsoft doesn't change shit. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. You don't have to be a scholar. You don't have to be a college graduate to fucking know that Microsoft does not love their fucking fans, man. They don't give a fuck about you guys. And here's the proof.
Dumbass Sony fanboy needs to learn that no company cares about their fans. All companies care about is getting your money. Now let's move on to the next video, guys.
Okay, somebody's about to get on. Sonic and Tails for life. It's your turn.
Everybody should care about the console, aka the hardware, more than the software.
A little couple of seconds, the multi-plats are shit. Cause the developers want your money. They don't give a fuck how they get it. They don't give a fuck how many lies they have to tell. They want your money. My money is for exclusives for a good reason. Quality, not shit.
Let's get one thing straight. You couldn't own a slave, let alone me. And let's also make this clear. I can own you by using your own videos against you.
Okay, Sonic and Tails for life came to this website and believed that this is the real image right here. This, and this are the real images for the 3DS's Kingdom Hearts. When it's not. It's the Rechain of Memories and Final Mix. So, they're on a PS2. This was Photoshop.
You're wrong again, as usual, but this does not come as a surprise to me or anyone else. Let me correct you. Square Enix already confirmed that Rechain of Memories and Final Mix are going to be on the 3DS.
So basically he's saying they beat the PSP version. As you can see, the PSP version looks much better than the versions you just saw, which are on what system? The PS2. So the PSP looks much better than the PS2. So
you're telling me that the PSP beats the PS2 in graphics. Let me negate you right now. Look at Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. That is pushing the limit as far as the PSP can go in graphics. Then look at Metal Gear Solid 3 on the PS2. You have been completely owned and negated in that topic.
Oh, evidently it's much better than the fucking 3DS, because I know the 3DS can't do fucking Saints Row from the 360 graphics, but it was on the fucking conference. It was in a conference. They said THQ and Saints Row beside it. I don't think they're gonna do Saints Row with no lag, no glitches, no screen tearing.
Maybe you should start using a little thing I call deductive reasoning. They're obviously not going to port the 360 version of Saints Row 1. They're going to make a new Saints Row ground up for the 3DS, you dummy.
And with the graphics and specs of the 360, I doubt that. So why are you guys hyping up lies, man? Why did it take 5 different models just for Nintendo to make the screen big and try to catch up with the PSP's graphics? Why? Why are you guys whining about technology Sony already had? Already had the iToy before the Wii came out. They had the 6-axis and the PlayStation Eye. The Wii never had a fucking camera. How are we copying?
First off, motion controls in general were started on the Nintendo platform. Or do I have to remind you of the Power Glove invented on the NES, you fool?
When we're using different technology. You guys use a controller. Microsoft used a camera. PlayStation, Sony, we use a controller and a camera. Like I said before, the best of both worlds. You guys don't know what you're talking about. Shut the fuck up. Watch these videos, comment below, get butthurt, whatever you do.
It's gonna sad me to say that his stupidity doesn't even end there.
Okay, this is my Harvest Moon. I'm playing it on my PSP. It's on my TV through component cables. Still looking good, holding a stable picture. The best graphics you're going to see until March of 2011.
You keep sticking on the subject of graphics. Let's talk about games for a second then. I want you to name me 40 PSP first-party exclusives that have a 70 and above on Metacritic or GameRankings.com. You can't, because there aren't. Because the PSP games suck. The PSP doesn't have as many good games as the DS. The PSP has only one AAA exclusive game, and that's God of War: Chains of Olympus. And guess what? The Grand Theft Auto game is also on the DS. Now let's look at the list of the PSP's upcoming games that I got from GameStop yesterday. I count 4 good games: God of War Ghost of Sparta, Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, Valkyria Chronicles 2, Shin Megami Tensei Persona 3 for Portable. Other than that, the rest of these games are multi-plat, they suck, they're not good, they're casual, and they're horrible games, dude. You cannot tell me that the PSP has better quality games than the DS, because it doesn't. DS beats PSP in games in terms of quantity and quality. And I don't feel like doing the rest of the commentary on this damn video, so let me just get this out of the way right now. The DS and PSP are the biggest example of why hardware doesn't mean shit. You can have the most powerful hardware in the world, but if your games are shitty, no one's gonna buy your system, no one's gonna play on your system, except for ignorant little fanboys like you. You know, the ignorant little fanboy who sold his original PSP for a PSP Go. Are you fucking serious? The PSP Go is the stupidest iteration of the PSP hardware I've ever seen. A UMD-less PSP. That is so stupid. That is just retarded of Sony. Because what if the person that owns a PSP Go doesn't have internet connection? How are they going to get their games? Explain that to me. You can't. The PSP does not have that many good games. It has some good games, true, but most are ports, multi-plats, with very few exclusives. The DS has a couple of ports, true, but the exclusives that are made on the DS outshine the exclusives on the PSP. So it's irrefutable factual evidence that the DS has more games. The DS beats the PSP in quantity. The DS has more higher rated games than the PSP. So it also beats it in quality. Quantity and quality. Beat that then. So anyway guys, that's the end of this video. See you guys later.